So, this video isn't one that's usually up my alley, but it's something that I've felt compelled to make regardless. So forgive me if the video comes across as a bit rushed and unprepared, and if the B-roll comes across as a bit random, or if it's just a trailer on loop. I'm throwing this video together rather quickly, so I don't particularly feel like downloading a 50GB game while I need what space I have on my PC for a separate video I'm working on. I normally take a few days to make up a proper script and plan out what I have as background footage, but that's not too important right now, I guess. Anyways, Hell Let Loose. What the hell is going on? Now, I'll admit I'm not the most dedicated Hell Let Loose player. I've picked it up rather recently, mostly to play with my friends. Not really caught up with the game's news and behind the scenes stuff, but hot damn do I feel like I made a very bad purchasing decision. See, I was hoping for at the very least a half-decent World War II multiplayer shooter. The World War II multiplayer shooter genre has been in such dire straits recently that even one that's above average would be perfectly acceptable. I mean, between the chicanery that is Battlefield 5, Postscriptum and Day of Infamy dead in the water, Battalion 1944 getting shafted by Square Enix's horrible management, whatever the hell Days of War is trying to be, and honestly, does Vanguard even count as a World War II shooter? Well, after looking at all of that, Hell Let Loose just ended up looking like the only good World War II shooter still kicking. And I mean, for a while it was. I grabbed it in December, early January, I forgot, but it was great. It was fun to play, I loved it, but of course, this was with the original devs, Black Matter Games. The devs have now parted ways with publisher Team 17, who is going to take over development and long-term support for Hell Let Loose, and, well, personally speaking, I wasn't too concerned when this happened. I mean, I wasn't too aware of the inside workings of the game, so as long as they kept on the track left by Black Matter, Team 17 can't possibly mess up the game. Right? Well, apparently not. You see, based on what I've read and what I've seen, Hell Let Loose, while under Black Matter Games, went through a lot of feedback and fine-tuning during early access. They carefully read through what the players said, carefully researched the history of what they were going to depict in a game, then did their best to make a fun but historically accurate game. Unfortunately, this doesn't seem to be in Team 17's playbook. Now, as a casual player and observer who plays like once a month or so with my friends, this wasn't immediately noticeable, but a lot of hardcore players have pointed it out. Now again, I wasn't particularly alarmed by this before since I wasn't paying too much attention to the behind the scenes stuff, but this trailer has actually forced me to notice it because holy shit, how the fuck did this trailer get approved? Between the whole bunch of graphical glitches, poor historical authenticity, shoddy choreography, and overall bad quality control, it's hard not to look at this trailer and think, holy shit, this game's management is fucked. It does not paint a pretty picture when you see this update trailer, flaws, warts, and baffling design choices and all, and then look back at what all the hardcore veterans have been harping on. It makes it seem like the development team doesn't know what they're doing, which I don't think I need to explain isn't good. I mean, look at this. What is this supposed to be? It's a flat map with two houses and some sandbags. And this. The M1 Garand's end block is halfway through, it's not even loaded in properly. The camera is clipping through the shoulder, that's always a good sign. And the voiceover, oh my god, the voiceover. Instead of just grabbing the actual Eisenhower speech and splicing it to fit their needs, whoever worked on this trailer either got one of those AI robot speakers to mimic Eisenhower or got one of the worst voice actors I've heard in a long time to run the speech. Both options are equally damning of Team 17. This new dev team's attitude just doesn't sit right. Now, I'm no game dev, but I know it takes a lot of care and effort to keep a good game, a good multiplayer game especially, alive. Historical multiplayer games that present itself as historically accurate and realistic takes even greater care and effort. Team 17 has shown in the updates since they took over that they aren't willing to put that same care and effort that Black Matter poured into the game. I mean, a simple comparison would suffice, really. Here's a whole bunch of clips from the latest Hell Let Loose update trailer that I've been harping on recently.
And you are about to embark upon the great crusade towards which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle.
Keep moving! We've taken a German opening!
And now here's some clips from Black Matter's Eastern Front update trailer. The difference in quality, the difference in passion is straight up night and day. It's just so blatantly obvious that whoever Team 17 put in charge of Hell Let Loose just doesn't care about the game, or about history for that matter. Well, I mean, they probably do care in that they're getting paid to do it, but there's no love, there's no soul being put into the game. That's probably the worst thing to come out of this. Team 17 just doesn't care. Care, soul, and passion are important in making historical games because chances are, no, not chances are, it's almost guaranteed that your players, the players who you're trying to sell to, are people who do care, who do love the historical setting you're making a game out of. If these players, the players that are passionate about history, notice that you don't care about making your game as faithful and as authentic as it could be to the period, well, they're gonna pack up and find someone else who will. It's just sad. From everything I've heard and from what I've experienced, up until Team 17 took over, the game was great. I was looking forward to playing this game with my friends for a long time, but if this kind of slop is what Team 17 thinks passes as good content, then frankly, I don't see a bright future for this game.
Somebody revive me! The speed!
Mission complete. Victory is ours!
Of course we won! I'm here, aren't I?
A well-earned victory.